It was supposed to be a simple little video, but I kept restarting because I kept stumbling on my words. But it's okay. Uh, I'm in the middle of a little workout since locked in the catacombs of a backyard for a couple. Hope only a couple of weeks, not months, until they find that dude that resembles me. Uh, Sorry. Basically, what I wanted to truly say. I don't. This is not a good angle, bro. Look, I already look short. There we go. Hold up. Wet my face a little ridiculous. Dang, bro. I'm sweating everywhere. What I wanted to say was, you gotta understand how you, yourself, and others around you work, because not only are you living on this earth for yourself, but for others, right? Some people are selfish enough to be like, I'm living for myself, not for my family, but this is how it goes down. Once you die, right, you're just a statistic, you know? You're just a number once you die, once you pass on, either to a natural cause, age, suicide, murder, disease. At the end of the day, you end up to be a statistic, no matter how you die or how you perish. So when it comes to that, you have to come with terms with that. Maybe you're not important to the whole world, but you're important to somebody. So with that in mind, take in consideration that a lot of things are out of your control, which is obviously, you know, I say a lot of cliche things when I get on the camera, but I want to just simple it down, break it down for you to understand how it really goes, you know. It's been a slow week. What I realize is, you know, I got work, everybody got work, you know, so posting on the weekdays, it's not really hitting the views. I'm not really a numbers guy, but to get my thing out there, I need more views and likes, right, and subscribers. So like, sub up if you want, if my content or the words I say infatuate you into the point where you want to listen to more. So I usually, on my turn, on my time, I post at night. Even though it's in the afternoon or the evening, I post the videos at night because, you know, I like to have my videos for the nocturnal beings that like to stay up late, because, you know, I don't really sleep that well. Good Lord, my stuff is... Anyway, another thing, I'm thinking about having a full-on schedule instead of just doing the weekdays I'm posting and doing, because I was supposed to add music to the end of the videos, start showing you what I do out of the videos, right? And yeah, we're gonna do that. But I feel like flipping the script, good Lord, flipping the script by posting videos and music Thursday through Sundays, because I feel like that's when everybody's really swaying off, you know, the end of the weekdays going into the weekend. That's what I'm thinking about doing. And the videos might get more intricate. It might not me just being set up, no edits, just me talking. It will be more, you know, more authentic than what it is, because right now it's getting boring, you know. You want something new every day. That's how it is. Your dopamine level wants something new, something attracting, right? So you might get that one... There we go, because this is bugging. You might get that one video that blows up, which was one of them, where you got like, if that, like 400 views, like 50 likes. You know, it's something. It's better than nothing, right? And all those views, you know, they might seen it, but they won't subscribe because they don't know what the content is, which is okay. Everything is entertainment. Once again, no matter what you do, it's entertainment to some degree, right? To some degree, everything's entertainment. So you gotta figure out what's next that spark. Usually it's negativity or violence. That's how you get the sway. That's how you get the masses to follow you, is through violence, attention seeking, or something with drama. You know, it's just how our brains are built. I don't know. You know, our brains are usually built for survival, but since we have all these distractions, it's set up differently. Maybe y'all want to see a little bit of, you know, you want to see a little bit of a workout. All right, we're gonna try. It's nothing too crazy. It's literally this. I got some weights, but I don't think I got them right now. But we're gonna mosey you around to a different spot. How do y'all feel about a new spot? The sun glare might kill y'all. Sorry for the awkward sound bites. We're gonna at least try to get. Don't mind the drip, bro. Don't mind the drip. We got jump rope. You know what I'm saying? I usually take the shoes off for its less weight. I'm gonna see if I can see me. I don't think I can, but it's something I like to do that's casual. Let me try to start it up. Hold on. Okay. I usually mess up around this part. Yep. See. We gonna get it right. Hold on. This is my first time like really getting into it. Oh my god, bro. I suck. Hold up. We gonna get it. Bro, I don't know what it is. I was killing it last time. Hold on. Alright, let's start slow. I don't know, bro. I think it's my hands. Bro, it's right there. Well, let me see. Huh? Right, there we go. Alright, we focus. Anyway. A little, you know, normalcy in the video. Something you could grab onto. What's another thing? Yeah, we're stuck, man. We're still stuck. Like, you would think by now my I guess situation would change. You know, I would be able to walk outside without being so-called fearful. But I guess not. I don't know. Music. I'm installing. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm installing with the music. Mainly because I don't want my music just be auto-tuned and just like straight mumbo jumbo. And it's hard to record, bro. It's either I'm recording in the bathroom for acoustics or I'm recording in the closet, alright? And we don't even got a mic, we got headphones. We might have headphones, bro. We got an old wired iPhone. You gotta make what to do. I mean, sorry, you know, I'm kind of fat. You gotta make what's do, you know? I mean, my mind not, bro, I'm so tired. My mind might not be generic, but my body still is. So you can still grasp on to something like that. Everybody sees the world differently, but I see it in a way where it's not only you're evolving, but we're figuring out things that are missing. I gotta move the trash can. Not only are we we're evolving a mind and body. It's like I'm broken record. I always talk about that. But I want to make sure it's clear that you are the most important thing to not only me, but to the world, right? We're all important to some way, but there's so much tragedy and so much negativity and so much hate in the world. How can we focus on positivity when we're surrounded by noise? We cannot distract ourselves with the noise by creating more noise. We should figure out how to contain the noise, not contentment, but manipulate it into the way where the noise is not only just hate, but it's positivity throughout the hate. Like a knife, it cuts through, you know? It's kind of corny, but yeah. I want to get a YouTube accent, like how they be doing it, but like, what's going on, guys? You know, I wanna get one of those, but I don't have it. It's either my real accent comes out, or like my voice to connect with people comes out. I don't know how to. I can code switch, but I don't know how to get in the middle, right? Bro, that plane flies over every time. I got a messed up mind. I be thinking it's just like somebody putting a drop of bomb on top of my head or something. I don't know. But should I give you some backstory? No, not really. But ever since I was 12 12, preteen, going in 13. I always thought that I wasn't going to make it, right? I always thought I was going to be a bum. That was my most scariest thing, not being known, not having attention. I was an attention seeker, you know? Maybe I don't know. But I always hated when somebody try to diagnose me with something and they're not even a professional in it, right? They always try to be like, oh, you're this, that, and the third. Oh, you're this. You have the tendencies of this, you know? I always hated that. Don't put a title on me, you know? But maybe that's just my mind telling me that maybe they're all right, you know? But I always saw everything as cliche and corny, like everything you say, right? You get it from a movie or something. It's just nothing authentic anymore. I was worrying about a job when I couldn't even get a license, yo. I was worrying about a job. I couldn't even sign my name off anything. I couldn't rub two nickels together. And I was worrying about a job and all. Oh my Lord, I'm getting dark, man. That's what we love our melanin though. You know what I'm saying? You get called dark skin, brown skin, no matter what it is, we love you. You love your melanin. You know, you gotta love it. Love where you come from. One day we might get into culture, but it's a slippery slope. Anything that you say that can offend somebody is a slippery slope, so you gotta walk on eggshells, and I don't want to do that. You know, you just gotta acknowledge everybody and give them respect. And it's a hard thing when people don't deserve respect, but you still give it to them. You know, it's just how you're raised. Yo, I might look young, and my mind might be different, but I hate when people put an age on me just because the year I was born, right? You're like, you don't know nothing. You barely been on this earth for 20 years. What do you know that I don't? I'm not telling you I know more than you. I just maybe open the ear and listen, because I was stubborn too. I was stubborn at a point where I didn't want to listen to nobody, to the point where I thought I knew everything. But it's just how the way people say it, right? Because then when you talk to older individuals, they be like, oh, you think you know something? You don't know nothing. You barely been on it. It hits a nerve, right? It hits a nerve that you want to prove them, right? You just want to prove them wrong, so you gain all the knowledge you can. I see that's a very petty way to think, but hey, my mind is ageless, but my body's not. So I might have immature tendencies, you know? I might do childish things. So do adults, right? You gotta think adults are just us, but just older, right? You don't think because they're older, they just their tendencies are gone. No, they're just us in a different type of form, you know? Their mind might solidify, but they still have those tendencies just like I have. After this, I'm gonna go back to working out. I only do that to distract my mind from not the hateful thoughts, but my consciousness telling me that you're doing nothing, you know? Every day you listen. There's people to be like, oh, at least you got up today. Yeah, that's great, but that's the bare minimum. You know? Oh, you got up to get to work today. Wow, you got up to be a slave for another person to get some money that you don't even want, you know? Everything is a distraction, bro. Listen, we can't be kumbaya in peace every day. I wish we could, but my mind's telling me I can build that. But I'm gonna waste 30 years of my life trying to build something that won't even be sustainable. You know, but I'm gonna still try. I'm gonna still strive for excellence. So should everybody, right? So should everybody. Everybody wants to preach about excellence, but don't do anything but spread words, right? Don't try to act on it. You gotta build yourself up before you build anybody else, right? And what did I tell you? I want to build the ladder so other people can climb it, right? I want to build my own path, not by taking bit by bit or other people's paths to build my own. I want to create my own substance to build my path that's more sustainable, right? Well, preach all you want, Solitude. You ain't gonna get nowhere. Hey, man. You're a walking cliche. That's what it is, bro. But we gotta figure it out. Everybody says don't get discouraged, right? Yeah, it's hard to tell somebody don't get discouraged when you're not doing what they're doing, man. You're not doing what they're doing, and you're not seeing what they're seeing. You're gonna get discouraged, bro. You know why? Because everybody wants to be motivational. Everybody wants to tell you to keep on discipline, motivation. But are you there on the hard days? Are you there where I gotta wake up 3 in the morning, put on my shoes, put on my pants on, go to a place I don't want to be at just to pay for things that I don't even need? Listen, I'm never gonna complain, because my life, yeah, so-called has been hard, but to me it hasn't been hard. It hasn't been hard because I've been blessed not only with my mind and my body, but the people around me. I always want to say I got up on my own. I did it with my own food. So does my biological mother. She wants to. She does though. You know, bless her heart. I'm so glad that my mom, you know, still took me in after I was a so-called hoodlum. After I wanted to be this guy I wasn't. My dad was that. You know, I barely knew him at the time, My dad was that, so I wanted to be that. But then when my dad went to the military, he told me what he learned, right? Like, he thinks I don't listen. I listen. I hear what he says, but it doesn't affect me to the way he thinks it does, because I seen how he goes. I don't want my life to be him. Nobody wants to be their parents. Some do, some don't, right? But I'm not gonna use my traumatic past to have an excusatory fashion to be an asshole. I'm not gonna be a dickhead towards you. You know why? Because there's still hope in the world, right? No, yeah, this is not motivational core or anything. It's still hope in the world no matter what you do, you know? And you gotta feel it, you know? Not everything, as I said, emotions can just be reactions from other people, but emotions is a strong thing. And the young mind is such a brilliant thing, man. It's such a brilliant thing. Nobody knows that. No, my fault. I got distracted. Nobody knows how brilliant it is, bro. It's a brilliant thing, bro. I swear. But these words might mean nothing. My words might just get put in the category of something. Oh, there he goes yapping about something. But I got more important things to do. Yeah, it might get pushed upon, but if it connects with you, that's a great thing. Subscribe, and then I'm gonna put you on some music. If you like the music, then head to the TikTok. Even though I don't like TikTok, I ain't gonna lie, but I still use it to my game. You know, gotta use everything. All right, head to the TikTok. You know, repost, like them, comment if you want. Right, spread love, not hate, and only spread hate, not to the people, but to the world that shows you a bad eye. But don't discourage the world, right? The world is only the things that we made it of, right? You gotta think the world. You can't blame the world for your problems. Obviously, you gotta blame not the systematic, yada yada yada, not the government. You can't blame anyone, right? If you blame everyone, then how are you gonna take accountability for the things you do, right? Exactly, Simon. All right. Yeah, I can preach all day about this, that, and the third. We can build the world, but if I'm not doing anything, what does it do to help you, right? So that's why I hate to say it, but I need the recordings. I need the money-ons. So I'm trying to bust my badonkadonk, just like my family is, to get the things I can do to spread my word. Listen, matter of fact, I'm gonna make an analogy. I'm gonna make a metaphor, right? Right? All I have is my voice. But when I build up, I can get a speaker, right? And then when I get a speaker, I can get a mic. And then if I get a mic, I can get a surround sound. And then when I can get that, I can get a microphone. And then when I can get that, I can get commercial televised and spread the world, right? We don't want to create a cult. We want to create a family. But it's hard. I'm not a good-looking fella. I'm not gonna lie. I'm chopped. There's nothing wrong with that. I have my days, but I'm chopped most of the time. I got baggy eyes. I got a lazy eye. My eye looks ugly. You know, my hair's not done. You can talk about all your inconveniences and all your comeuppance and all your flaws, but that's not gonna change what's up here. That's not gonna change what's up here or here. You know, keep that. Yes, you can evolve your facial structure and all that. You can build it up so you can be more appealing to the masses. That's what I try to do every day, but I don't get a haircut, so you gotta leave that alone. Listen, we all don't gotta figure it out, and if you still don't gotta figure it out, and you're you're in your 30s and you don't gotta figure it out, but you're paying bills. You got a roof. Listen, if you got a roof over your head, you got clothes on your back, you got food in your belly, and you providing for your family. Listen, you gotta figure it out. If you making ends meet, if you gotta eat bologna meat and cheese for a couple weeks just to pay your bills, listen, that might not be the best situation, but listen, you still gotta figure it out. Some people are homeless. I know how it feels to be homeless and down on your luck. I know how it feels to be in a shelter, right? Yeah. But I don't use that as a fact, boy. Push through, strive. And me telling you that is not gonna help you do it. Do it for yourself, not just because of me. And if you like what I'm saying, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe. Listen. I might be a young individual in my body and I might look young, but I have massive amount of experience, not just around the world and where I worked and how I look. It's just I have experience because I don't observe, I take in. You know, everybody says, oh, I'm observant, I'm self-aware. No, you're not, bro. You just see things that other people so-called don't see. They ignore it. They see it, they ignore it. They don't feel like talking about it. There's no point. Because, listen, they got to pay bills. What do I look like trying to be a savior of the world when the world is going to save me? Exactly. So, with that in mind, have a good day, man. Listen, you stay on this, follow me, do what you can, and just know, I love you guys. Well, I love you, not you guys. First one that watches it, please subscribe.